Morning, everybody, and welcome to the Village Guy Morning Show. If you're joining for the first time, this is a show we chat to people of Paarl and Wellington doing amazing things and following their dreams and their passions. One of them this morning is, of course, Mienke Ehlers. She doesn't really need any introduction in, let's call it, in the acting fraternity. She's all over on the tabloids in South Africa and on TV also. She's involved in a new series that is currently on kykNET. So we're going to chat to her about it. The series name is Dinge van Vuuren. But there are also a few secrets a lot of people don't know about Mienke, so we're going to find out more about those secrets. I'm sure there are a few things that I know that she doesn't know that I know. And then also she was involved in Suidooster, so we're just going to have a chat a bit about her and her journey in acting, and also she's also on the TikTok bandwagon, so we also want to chat a bit about that. So enjoy the show and we'll see you with Mienke in studio soon. Morning, everybody. Like I mentioned, we're chatting to Mienke Ehlers this morning. She's an actress, born and bred in Paarl, been in school here, and she's all over on kykNET now. And I wanted to find out how does she get onto kykNET and just a journey in acting. In acting. And she's an actress. Morning, madam. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's lovely to be back home, and I love Paarl. The weather's looking down today, but it's a beautiful day still, and it's really lovely. Always when I drive back home, I just enjoy.
Where are we driving from?
We're driving from the city. This morning I came from Robertson. My boyfriend currently lives there, so I visited the weekend. But I'm in Gardens in Cape Town, so I love coming home to Paarl. It feels so familiar and safe and homey.
Why Cape Town?
For the film industry.
Cool.
I worked at Suidooster behind the scenes for a year, and the studios are in Milnerton, so it was quite a far drive from Paarl, and I think I always wanted my own little place in the city, and it really was, it was this big adventure for me going to town and taking care of myself and growing up on that side. So I love Cape Town. It's my favorite place in the world.
So tell us a bit about the childhood. So primary school, high school, and do we after matric go home and say, Mom and Dad, I'm becoming an actress?
Luckily not. They didn't put me through that, and I'm so grateful for that. They kind of always knew. So primary school and high school, Girls High in Paarl. My mom was a teacher there, and my sister was with me in school. We played netball together, and I was kind of more sporty than cultural in high school. But I took drama as a subject in grade 10. And I remember my dad sitting me down and saying, we don't just take a subject for taking it. If this is the road you want to go, then we need to start talking about this because it's a scary world. And I think by that time I already knew I was called for this. I always had little concerts at home and stuff. So going to study drama wasn't a big shock for them, which I'm so grateful for. So Stellies at varsity for 3 years, and then I did my postgrad at AFDA in Cape Town. That's why I moved to the city for the first time in Woodstock.
And I also heard you were part of Miss Girls High.
Oh my word! Yes, I think I was third or something. No, I did not win.
You were second princess.
I was second princess.
Let me remind you. Yeah, I'm just reminding you.
I actually enjoyed that quite a lot. I remember people, sometimes in high school, people mock things to make it seem less important. And I always thought that's so stupid. It's fine to enjoy entertainment if it's not an egotistical thing. And I had the biggest jewel at Miss Girls. I think I was the first year I entered for the talent thing or the fun walk, I was a clown. And I remember my mom saying, why did you rent a clown suit for this? The girls are doing Shania Twain songs and modeling, and I was a clown, which was really fun. So I always just kept it light and humorous.
So, madam, we, of course, now on kykNET on a very cool series, Dinge van Vuuren. You're playing Dalena van Vuuren. So, of course, you were involved in commercials, in TVs. You did a lot of theatre productions as well. The journey of an actress. Tell us a bit about this, about the Dinge van Vuuren, and how was the audition? How did you get the role?
Oh, wow.
What influence did TikTok have of you getting the role?
I think regarding that, when it was lockdown, I said to my boyfriend one day, I'm so sad and I'm so desperate because auditions have closed down. I did a one-woman show before COVID-19 at Woordfees in Stellies, and my plan was to travel with it, to go to small dorpies in South Africa and rock up and do it in a church or in a high school. And I mean, lockdown stopped that dream for me. And I said to him, I don't know where to go now or what to do, because auditions have closed down, the country's locked down. And I remember recording this one monologue for fun and showing it to him, and he was like, it's great, why not? And I was like, you guys are going to get embarrassed if I do this, because if I start, I'm going to really just enjoy the ride. And I'm so happy that my family and my partner pushed me to actually do it. And for me, it was more a psychological thing of just knowing that no one says you can't do something. You're not going to get paid for it. But, I mean, you can always access it and create it for yourself. So through that, I think I built up courage, and it was a good training session for me, accents and character analysis. So I was learning lines, and I was getting acting fit. And that time I was working at Suidooster in the art department, which was great. I love those people. It's a huge family. But they all knew I really want to pursue acting as well. So I was auditioning while working 12 hours a day for Dinge van Vuuren, and when I got the call back, my boss, who's the art director, actually helped me to build a little studio in the storage room with all the lights to do the callback while I was working that day. So people were so supportive, and all my colleagues, I was just saying, just pray, if this is it, it has to happen now. And I remember my dad always said, the character that you are going to play already has a name. It's going to happen. So be patient. And if I knew Dalena was waiting for me, I would have been so much more patient about it, because she was the biggest adventure of my life. 16 years old, super rebellious, super brave, actually really kind and really hurt, but such a weighted character. So it was the journey of a lifetime.
But tell us about the book, the story, like someone that hasn't read the story or the book. What's it about?
So the show is about the book. Marita van der Vyver wrote the novel Die Dinge van 'n Kind. It's an incredible story. It's about this girl, Mart, who her parents moved from, I think, Stellenbosch to Swartstroom, this fictional town, and her dad was a lawyer, and then he wants to just pursue being a farmer, and it's so annoying for her because her whole life as a teenager just shifts and has to move to a different place, which is so dramatic for a high school kid. And then she finds comfort when she meets this girl, Dalena, who's her roommate in hostel. And I would like to think that Dalena navigates the coming of age journey for Mart. So I really try to not make her the villain, even though sy kry hulle in die moeilikheid a lot of the times, but she is just someone that's super brave, and she's a lover of life. She wants to play out every scenario. She wants to, I said to someone the other day, and there's this beautiful word in Afrikaans, sy verlustig haarself en alles. She really wants to take as much as she can from life. Obviously gets in trouble for that a few times. And they start this beautiful friendship and walk this journey together of not becoming an adult yet, but kind of being a girl to becoming a young woman. And they obviously have a lot of sexual experiences, and it's a very political show as well, because I mean the boys in those times had to go to the grens, and they were on their way to Angola. So a lot of the guys that shot the show with me said it was so frustrating to play these characters, because some of these kids were fighting for something they didn't even believe in.
Yes, so right.
So it's about a lot of suppression. Kids those days were seen and not heard. And for someone like Dalena, it was difficult, because she had a strong opinion. But I think the main narrative, the main drive, the golden thread throughout would be how silence can be so damaging and can hurt so many people. There are people that commit suicide, there are really bad things, there are bad relationships and suppression and a lot of political aggression of that time. And if people just spoke about things, it would have been so much easier.
But in what year was, what era?
70s.
Oh, right.
70s in South Africa. So Verwoerd was still president.
What? That's so interesting.
Yes, and it was really interesting for me, because I would talk to my dad. I remember sending him photos of us at a train station in the wardrobe, and the guys were in the army gear.
What? That's
and he was
cool.
so emotional. He was like, Mienke, I was a teenager at that time. This is what it really looked like. And some of the scenes we were acting out, I thought, I really hope my parents didn't experience it in this way, because it was incredibly difficult. You were molded to think a certain way, and I really prefer the day we live in now, even with load shedding and all the other nonsense.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, we won't be able to relate. A lot of our generations would not know what it was like then. We just read about it.
Super scary.
Guys, so before we carry on to get to know Mienke a little bit more, we're going to play a quick game with Mienke.
Whether you have a big meeting coming up or need a change of scenery to brainstorm new ideas, Workshop 17 offers beautiful workspaces for individuals, teams and enterprises at affordable rates. Workspaces include phone booths, meeting rooms, boardrooms and auditoriums which allow you to work, meet and collaborate in an optimal environment. With 2 locations in Johannesburg, 3 in Cape Town and thousands of members, Workshop 17 is proving to not only change the way we do business, but change the way we see it. You can choose between a number of workspace solutions that gives you unlimited internet access, ample parking space, access to facilities and even optional access to all Workshop 17 locations for the traveling entrepreneur. Visit our website workshop17.co.za for more information and feel free to compare our membership plans so the next meeting or brainstorming session you have will be in the perfect environment to get the best results, all while enjoying the best cappuccino in town. We'll see you soon at Workshop 17.
So we have a laptop set up and we've got a movie that's going to play, so we've got a few photos of movies. Mienke is going first because ladies first, of course. She's going to guess the movie, and then I just want to see how by far I beat her. So let's go for the first movie, and Mienke is going to shout out the name.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't know this. Well, bring it on.
I don't know that.
Kristen Stewart.
I hope mine is easy.
No, Kristen's someone else. Yeah, man.
I know.
I don't know. Oh, my word. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Love them both. Great film. A Quiet Place? No, just looks like that. Oh my word.
What's
You
the
are
score?
beating me.
One out of 5.
I think I've...
2 out of 5. Okay.
That was pathetic.
So I just have to answer 3.
Please don't beat me.
Yeah, for actors it will be bad.
That's embarrassing.
Mission Impossible.
Okay,
that was a bit easy. That would probably be Home Alone or Tinkerbell. It's not one of them.
No,
the
that
Chocolate
was...
Factory and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I almost said Harry Potter and the
Oh,
Chocolate Factory.
that one was so easy.
Greatest show. This is the greatest
You
show.
beat me.
That is my favorite movie out of all time.
That's a great film.
Jeez, out of the elevator with the red thing. Mrs. Pretty Woman. No, I'm joking.
I think you still beat me.
Okay, but I mean, I had a few very, very easy ones. Eh?
I'm not going to hear the end of that. That is so embarrassing.
So, what are the plans? What's happening in Mienke's life in the next, 2022, we're halfway there. We in the series now?
I think it took some time for me to get used to the not knowing what's next of the film industry. I've been working here for 5 years and every day is a new adventure. It gives you a lot of anxiety and obviously you're not in control of the opportunities given. But for now, I am manifesting making more films and I would love to be in a feature as soon as possible. I think film is something I really want to pursue next.
Yeah.
I am entering a few things for theatre shows or theatre festivals to do another One Woman hopefully soon. But whatever the world holds, I'm gratefully waiting in patience to accept it. I would love to pursue presenting as well.
Okay.
Especially local and Afrikaans. So I want to put my name out there and meet some people and talk about the things I really have a passion for playing myself as well and
nice, man.
and enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, because I saw a lot of your, let's call it your TikToks or your monologues. Yeah, you do a lot of like good accents. Like like I saw the one accent you said is Cockney, and I'm like, what is that? And tell us what is Cockney?
It's kind of I think it's a more conservative British. So where I got that from was like the Love Islands, all the really hardcore bad. Not bad, really brilliant to watch and so much fun. But the pommy kind, I think it's like a worn out British, so it's not like that stiff. It's almost like our Pretoria Afrikaans would be. I think that's my understanding of it. That's just one that came smoothly because I'm really enjoying those shows, the reality shows.
So paint me that picture. So you go for the audition for the current series, you get the phone call. Where are you? Who do you call first? That must be like after COVID, you're in this dump, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, here's a phone call.
It's actually a nice experience. So what happened was I had to audition by myself so many times, and you always need someone to read in for you, which was the biggest stress because your friends don't want to do it, and I'm so embarrassed with my family. It's weird. They're my favorite people, but I'm so anxious to act in front of them. So I was living with my boyfriend's mom at that time in the city. I didn't have a flat in Milnerton yet, and I got the job at Suidooster, so I was still waiting to get my own place. And I phoned him and I was like, I need to do this audition, but I really don't want to do it with your mom. I love it to bits. We're so close, but it's going to be so cringe, and I don't want to give my all, but I need this character to be really well portrayed. He was like, Mienke, just do it. If you've done it, then you can do it again with her. She was amazing. So I call her the OG Mart Vermaak.
Okay, cool.
Susan Beyers got the part, but she actually did my audition with me. And we did it in the room, and it was very spontaneous. And I think at that time in my life, I kind of reached a peak where I was like, I wasn't desperate for parts anymore. And when I read the script, I was like, I really resonate with this character. I really want it so badly. But the day I was walking on set at Suidooster, and I got a voice note from my agent, and I thought, and I walked outside, I sat in my car, and I closed my eyes, and I said to the Lord...
Oh, because you knew this is it.
This is it. It was after the callback, it was after the screen test, where we went back a few times, and I sat in my car, and I said, Lord, I don't need this. If I don't get it, I'm not going to be angry, I'm not going to be sad, I don't need this. I really do want it, but I don't need it. I need things to happen in your time. And it was the most incredible thing when I started listening to it, and Suzanne said, Mienke, you got it, and they love you, and it's yours. It was like, I thought, okay, is this how it feels? How weird is this? I waited 5 years for this voice note. But it was incredible. I phoned my parents. My dad started crying with me.
Oh, nice, man.
And my mom just said, praise whoever was in charge of this decision. So it was a really cool experience knowing that even if we want things so bad, we can't decide when the best time for that will be. My mind is too narrow to understand the bigger picture of my life.
Oh, super amazing, man.
So that was just very
5 years
graceful.
of hard work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so guys, we also do a topic of the day. So normally Judith is here, but of course she's unfortunate. She can't make it today. So the topic of today is, of course, the whole Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard conversation. I didn't follow it too much. I didn't have too time. So have you been? I mean, I just saw some of the clips on TikTok, and I saw this one guy is going back and looking at all the evidence and putting photos together. I mean, where do people get the time for that? And I mean,
this took over the world. It's
unreal.
Crazy. I think I've been the biggest Johnny Depp fan throughout my life. He does Willy Wonka, and then he does Jack Sparrow, and then he's in one of my favorite films, The Tourist, with Angelina Jolie. He's such a brilliant actor, and I remember being this big Johnny Depp fan, hearing that, no, but he's alcoholic, or he's abusive, or he's into drugs. And I always thought, but I kind of didn't see him as that. I think he's misunderstood. He's a super chilled, very artistic guy, and I think the media in Hollywood especially can just run with the narrative. I don't know what happened in his personal life, but I've always been a fan of his work. And when this thing came out, I also didn't follow it. I have friends that like sit throughout and watch the whole trial and have arguments and bries about it and talk about it. But I think it was just super upsetting for me because I see marriage as this really holy entity of respect and a safe space. And I can't believe that two people can expose themselves and their children to this kind of negativity. It's horrible and it's super upsetting. But the snippets I have seen on TikTok and stuff, that Tanya has to go, like they have to help her. I mean, and I also feel sad because if you want to be a proactive participant in society, you cannot be behaving like that. So there have been funny moments, but overall it's just been a super upsetting thing for me.
I think for me what came out the most is how much recording behind the scene goes of a conversation at home alone. Videos behind, I mean, like, who does that? Like, you can't even feel safe. Like, those recordings, like, how does it even come out?
I think at that time, that for me was also most upsetting. I thought, if you have to record a conversation with your husband or with your wife, you should have been divorced already.
100%.
So I think they left this thing. And I actually spoke to one of my friends who's a lawyer the other day. We had a dinner, and I said to her, her name's Clara, and I said, what does the law faculty think about this? Is this not embarrassing? Like, I remember there was this one juror that said, he's not going to comment because this is beneath law. Like, what is happening here is it's so Hollywood driven. And I'm a fan of America. There are beautiful places and there are great things and there are big opportunities. But this is such a, like, American...
it's like messy.
It's a messy, narcissistic, egotistical way of... portraying a divorce. I mean, it's just, it went too far for me. But
and I also think it also made a nice, I think the picture also was good, also painted of abusive relationships, but not only for women, but men as well.
Absolutely.
And they don't normally come out with it, but when they do come out with it, I mean, this is spilling the beans.
I'm happy for that. I mean, if this was us starting to talk about how our husbands doing in a relationship, are they also being abused emotionally or physically? I think that's a good conversation to get out of it. But they both need therapy individually, not even together.
Yeah, I know. I saw the one clip of them saying, "Did you pay the money to the cancer foundation?"
That was upsetting.
I mean, that's embarrassing.
And she said it like, I think 3 times she said she did and she never did. I mean, that's lying about people needing money and you saying that you did. Never.
Yeah. Madam, so let's move on to your favorite game.
Woo!
You told me about the secret, but I can't tell her the secret about it. So we're going to play for this. So this one, I mean, in the beginning when I started interviews, I used 30 seconds for adults and I thought, and a lot of people couldn't play it. So I bought the kids one here.
Ach, lekker.
So that's a bit easier. So how are we going to do it? I've got the timer here, so I'm just going to swap it over and you can go first. I think you must just pick in the middle because
Let's go in the middle.
I might know, I might know more of those answers. Okay,
let's go. I see this.
Let's go. Your side.
What is recording us at the moment? You press a button.
A camera.
What do you wear to keep your pants up?
A belt.
If you want to order food in a restaurant, you look at the
menu.
So there were a few pretty ones, and then there was one that's not so pretty, and they walk like this, and they swim in a dam.
The swan, the ugly ducklings.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And if you go on a hunt, you go on a what hunt? It's like you have to find the...
A rabbit.
No, like the award at the end of a...
A deer hunt.
No, it's like in a... this is horrible.
No, you can go.
So... Let's say like a kiss.
Yeah.
Okay, no, wait.
A coffin hunt.
No?
Okay.
Oh, my word. So if we're all going on this hunt and the one that wins the biggest...
Scavenger hunt. What you call it?
Like it's a...
Treasure hunt.
Yes!
Okay, perfect. Go.
Okay, if you there's something wrong with your teeth, this uncle fixes it.
Oh, dentist.
Okay, and it's the horsey, the bunny on the milk. Lekker. Pink and chocolate ones.
Nestle.
No, the other one.
Time's up.
Nesquik.
Oh.
But Nestle, I think Nestle is a good answer as well.
So how many did I get?
5, dentist and not Nesquik. You got 6.
Okay, that's good enough.
That's very good.
Okay, so you're turning around.
But I feel like you got a lot because I explained it really well.
Yeah, but I think that's why you're so good. Okay,
Let's
good.
go.
When you love someone new,
Kies.
There we go. It is the animal with the biggest mouth in the dam.
Crocodile.
No, the big one.
Hippo.
Yeah, that one.
Love hippo.
You get a lot of them in Cape Town. They're building buildings. They lift up and down. They lift up the things.
Ach
and
nee,
that yellow thing, yeah. No, it's big. The big one. That you put on a table like you put it right on top on a building. You bring up the rocks. Okay. The longest river in Africa. I hope I'm right.
The Nile River?
They all do it on the lagoon in Langebaan. No, they use the natural energy of the thing that makes waves, and they do it. Here we go.
Nice.
You on a piece of paper.
Signature.
You kids, what do they do on a piece of paper?
Draw.
Here we go. When you camping and you sleep in a
tent.
No, the
Slop
other thing.
sock.
Here we go. My little.
Bunny?
No, not the horse, but the other one, the small one.
Pony.
Here we go. The rugby competition in South Africa, best.
Curry Cup. I didn't get it.
Okay, I don't even know how much we.
No, that was great. Well done.
I think I just explained everything to you.
Yes, see. 10 out of 10. What a great game.
I wonder who invented this.
Yes,
I think I should find out who these people are, because you must be so creative. So what's happening in the future?
Anything that is, I think, that has impact. I would love to make films and do plays and be in theatre and be on screen for something that has an impact. So whatever's coming my way this year, I'm very excited for the second part of 2022. I'm writing a lot, and I'm just putting a lot of good energy out there for more work to come.
Okay, 3 last questions. Pinch myself moment in Mienke Ehlers' life. Like, pinch myself, oh my gosh, this is really happening.
Wow. I actually do have one. So my 20th birthday, my dad took me and my sister to New York. It was the place that we both really wanted to see.
That's amazing.
I wanted to go to New York Film Academy at that time, and my sister wanted to work at the UN.
Right.
And my dad had a work trip there. So he thought, let's just make, his biggest dream was to make the world smaller for me and my sister, to make things approachable.
Yeah.
And he was super blessed to be able to take us there, to show us that if you want to be here, you can be here. You can work hard and you can actually arrive in this amazing city. But my mom always wanted to take us, and they were already divorced at that time, and he took her with us. So we were 4, we were the A team, I call us the A team, and we went to New York City together. It was the most amazing time. My birthday is on the 4th of July.
Okay.
And that evening, my mom and my sister were sick, and my dad said, you can't be in the hotel room on the 4th of July, and we hit out in the streets. And we got this little cab. It was this bicycle with a seat and a hood.
Okay.
And we were driving next to the Hudson, and we got there, and there were 4th of July fireworks. We had whiskey in Starbucks sippy cups, and I watched the fireworks on my birthday with my dad. I think after that day, things changed for us. We had this incredible night together, and he became my best friend. It was it was a weird moment. I thought that I was the protagonist in a movie in America. It was a really crazy experience. More recently, the 10th of May was the day that Dinge van Vuuren came out. But on the same day, I heard my mom is in remission and she's cancer-free. Okay. So that's been the 2 most amazing moments of my life.
Nice, man. That's super exciting. If you had a billboard here op die Hoofstraat in Paarl and your face is there and there's a speech bubble, what are you telling the world?
Dance meer, beklei minder.
Okay.
People need to dance. It's good endorphins.
All right. And lastly, Mienke Ehlers Day and the Stadsaal in Paarl, and you've got a lot of avid, aspiring actresses in front of you. You've been it now. You've done it for 5 years. Theatre, TV, commercial. Big break now, series kykNET. What are you telling them?
I think figure out who you are before you attempt being someone else. And in acting, that's quite a big narrative.
Okay, wait, just say that again.
Figure out who you are before you attempt portraying someone else. So figure out exactly what you are coming back to when you leave to play a character. This part came for me at the right time because I worked on Mienke so many years, and I think if I graduated high school and I got this part, I wouldn't have snubbed what it's all about. It wouldn't have clicked for me. So I was really working on what do I come home to, because there's this heightened world and heightened reality where you go into this amazing crew and you travel the country and you shoot this project and you feel like on top of the world, and when you come back, You leave that character and you leave that world.
Yeah.
And to make sure that what you are coming back to is what you prefer and what you actually where you actually want to be. And that could be done by making the right friends and studying your mind and practicing how healthy, or if you have a healthy relationship with yourself. So just make sure that foundation is solid before you attempt playing around with someone else's heart and mind.
Nice, man. Tell the Paarl people where can they watch Dinge van 'n Kind and how and when?
Dinge van 'n Kind is every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on kykNET. I hope to see you there.
Madam, thanks. It was so nice chatting to you.
Thank you.
I know
was
that I'm going to
lovely.
get scowled out now because I went over time.
It was me. I was talking
I'm
too
blaming
much.
her. But yeah, thanks so much and good luck
Thank
with
you.
the rest of the year. And well done with Dinge van 'n Kind. I think that's an actress dream come true for such a big series.
Thanks
but, yeah,
so
all
much.
the best for
It
the
was
year.
lovely to visit you, and I'll definitely, when I come through to Paarl, I'll come visit again.
Yes, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Guys, yeah, Mienke Ehlers, actress, you heard her. She said you can get her on kykNET on a Tuesday evening.
Tuesdays at 8.
Tuesdays at 8. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Hey, guys. Thanks so much for joining our chat with Mienke Ehlers. Yeah, go catch her. She's every Tuesday, 8 p.m. on kykNET in Dinge van 'n Kind. Super exciting story. And then also, yeah, thanks for tuning in. And thanks for Mienke for her time, also for joining us today. And then, yeah, if you like what we're doing, subscribe, give us comments. If you have people that you want us to interview, or you have topics of the day that you want us to chat about. We had a nice one with Mienke this morning. Yeah, send them through. You know how to get hold of us. And then, of course, it's the 1st of June, and it's a new month, and it's the half of 2022. So I hope you have a fantastic 2022 June, and also for the rest of the week. Thanks so much for joining. Goodbye. It's Dalena van Vuuren, booking stories, kykNET series. Right. Sorry.